Okay, we are live. And we're going to wait for the notification to go out to see who is going to jump on live. I hope everybody's having a wonderful afternoon. I have not made it to the park yet to take a walk. So, and I feel like I'm not going to make it through until later this afternoon. So I want to make sure that I'm able to check in with the energy for you guys. Hello, my love. How are you? Happy, what is it, Wednesday? Happy Wednesday to you. I was not able to make it to the park today. I'm not going to be able to make it until later this afternoon, but I wanted to make sure I come on in and do an energy check-in. And what I kept hearing, the universe and spirit and all of the guides just keep in my ears is like, rewrite your story, right? Like the time shift that we're in right now. And I want to say the fragmented pieces of us that's being shed light on right now. And things for us to let go, things, people, and places for us to let go. That's being shown to us right now in the energy. Spirit is saying, cooperate with the universe and rewrite your story. Right? Hey, Miss T, how are you, my love? Okay, so I really don't have a message outside of rewrite your story. So we are going to pull some cards, right? Because I'm really in this space right now of the energy for me feels like boing, like, so I don't know if you remember the old cartoons, and I'm probably telling my age now, where they would run into something and they'll just be like boing. So the energy feels very, like boing to me right now. So I feel like I am literally like I am in transformation. There's major changes happening in life right now for everybody, not just for me. But I also feel like I need to be mentally and emotionally clear before reacting to things. So I had an experience, hey, Light Within Darkness. I had an experience last night where I felt triggered and I reacted with a very sarcastic comment that then triggered a big explosion for the person that I was speaking to. And what I am learning now doing my shadow work, and for this particular transformation and activation that I'm going through, you understand the cartoon? Yeah. With this particular transformation I'm going to, I'm getting a lot of uploads, a lot of downloads, a lot of real time. Pay attention to this, right? So I told you guys about my deer story. When I go walking every day, I pass these beautiful deers on the path, and they'll just stand and watch me walk by. Usually the deers, when they see you, they run. But the deers will just stand and watch me and walk by, right? So I know now not to even wave, because some of them are a little jittery. Some of them just, once you go like this, because they feel like boing energy also, they take off. So I've learned now just to acknowledge them through spirit, like telepathically, and not really I don't have to do any physical motions and then ask for the message that they're trying to give me. Because when I did my energetic pull for the week, one of the things that kept coming up for like 2 weeks in a row was trust and thrive for my ancestor deck, and that was relating to deers, like trust in the deers, 4 feet is go move forward. All right, so anyway, so energetically I feel like spirit is saying cooperate with the universe and rewrite your story. Okay. I talked about the free fall on my other channel, and I am going to be posting a video up on the Multi-Metaverse channel this week. So I talked about a free fall. I talked about letting go. I talked about not giving up. I talked about using discernment, right? And you're being tested in real time, and a lot of these energies that are here, boom. Okay, the best way that you can look at it is like, People are literally in your life right now holding up a mirror and reflecting aspects of yourself that you may need to embrace, you may need to let go, you may need to love, you may need to nurture, you may need to forgive, right? So people are showing up right now in your experience with a mirror, reflecting back to you things that you may even need to acknowledge that you have outgrown, or need to grow more, okay? So you want to be mindful of that. Energies right now around you. People are reflecting back to you some type of major, I want to say major change that's unfolding either externally, internally, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally right now, okay? So rewrite your own story. And we got abundance coming out here, okay? We got ghosts coming out here, which is past issues, and we got sweetness coming out here, right? So immediately what I'm hearing is that there is abundance available. And I've been speaking about this maybe for about a week now, right? There is abundance available right now in the energy. And it's kind of like I feel like people, there's a certain group of people right now that you may be interacting with, whether it's at work, whether it's in the family, whether it's in the relationship. It feels like energy where you may be going through a transformation and a transition where you may not be at the top of your game. Somebody else around you may feel like they're at the top of their game, and therefore it's like a looking down upon you, right? So what you need to know when it comes to abundance, you have the Ace of Swords popping up here, okay? So when we have the Ace of Swords, you can think of the Ace of Swords as going to be air energy. So we're thinking Libra, which balances things, right? We're thinking, what's another air sign? So we got Libra, Gemini, which is communication. And then for the life of me, I can't remember the third air sign. Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is because swords is air energy and it has to do with your words, it's important for you to know, especially that we'll be going into Mercury going into retrograde next month, right? If you're sensitive enough to the energy, you can start to be mindful, to pay attention to your inner thoughts and how you're communicating with yourself before communicating with other people, right? Like, so use discernment. If you know that you're trying to have problem resolution with somebody, especially in this new energy, right? What you need to do is to make sure that you are not putting emotions in the conversation. Now, I know that's going to be hard for some people because I'm a water sign. So for me, the way that I get through things is going to be to first emotionally dissect what it is I'm experiencing and what it is I'm going through, right? But the energy here is saying that you're not really supposed to be dissecting with the emotions first. You first need to get clear about what the new plan is, right? Whatever you're going through, you need to have mental clarity is what I'm hearing, right? So especially around abundance, you can't pull in abundance, whether it's finances, love, a peaceful home. Like, you can't do all of that if your mental capacity is not clear, right? Because you can't manifest when you have a lot of negative thoughts looping in your head. And the way for you to notice if you have negative thoughts looping in your head is for you to be still, for you to listen, turn off the TV, right? Don't pick up the phone right away to vent to your girlfriends or your best friend, right? This energy is asking you, what is the new plan? Rewrite your story. What do you want? When is the last time you asked yourself, what do you want? When is the last time you asked yourself, what do you love to do? When is the last time you asked yourself, what do you appreciate about you? When is the last time you asked yourself or told yourself how beautiful you are? When is the last time that you checked in with you, right? So Spirit is saying the universe is now here co-creating with you, but it's going to take for you to be open to creating a new plan. And this new plan is going to require you to walk through your fears. This new plan is going to require you to have clear thinking, right? Now, let me just go ahead and say this, right? Because there is some imbalance around that might be stopping your abundance from coming in, right? And this could be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. For some people, this is relationships. For some people, there's somebody around you that may be out of balance and self-indulgent. It's like they got the power and they're abusing the power. And especially when it comes to the words, okay? Especially when it comes to words, okay? Now, this energy could be an Aries energy, because we do have the Leo card popping up here, right? And this card is landing on the ghost, which is things from the past, like replaying things from the past, okay? So even if you are not dealing with an Aries, the Emperor energy represents your stability, okay? Dependability. This could be maybe dealing with your kid's father, maybe dealing with your own father, maybe dealing with some type of male energy, right? That's linked to structure and stability, all right? Or maybe even protection, or maybe even an authority figure. It could be somebody at the job, right? But there's a call right now for you to look at abundance differently, right? Because you do have somebody in the field that may be abusing their power some, okay? But Spirit is saying that you need to rewrite the story. You do not need to allow people to control what abundance is to you, what abundance looks like to you, what abundance feels like to you, right? And abundance doesn't necessarily have to be a whole bunch of things. For some people, they can live a simple life with minimal things and just, have a tiny house in the woods somewhere and be totally happy, right? But there's somebody linked here that may be self-indulgent in the power, right? Now, let me just say that this energy is popping up at the Temperance energy, right? And whoever is operating with this Temperance energy in reverse they're doing things excessively. I feel like they're doing things excessively to poke at you, right? Because you're thinking differently. You're open to whatever this new change. And it's kind of like I hear, may the chips fall where they may, right? So I'm hearing, may the chips fall where they may, okay? It's kind of like somebody's now looking towards what's next in my experience. I'm tired of dealing with this past stuff. And I want to say too, I kind of even feel like somebody is now going with the flow, right? So they're not arguing anymore. You don't feel the need to justify yourself anymore. You don't feel you know what song is coming in my head? If you don't know me by now, I don't remember who sung that song, but that song is in my head. Like, if you don't know me by now, then you never know me. And I feel like there's energy here from the past, especially this Temperance in reverse, right? Somebody's poking, and their perspective is they don't have a broad perspective on, and what I'm hearing is, and this is so, they don't have a broadest perspective in certain things in life based on their own experiences, right? But somebody here is standing up for what they believe, because somebody linked to your stability, whether that's mentally, emotional, physical stability here, is abusing their power. But you're standing up for what you believe, and you're getting the inner strength for you to move forward, right? And there's a sweetness that's going to come with this, and it may be a little lonely now, and some of you may be feeling like you're pulling back, or you've stepped into this place of isolation, right? Because I want to say you could be dealing with energy that's emotionally immature, right? Or somebody that doesn't trust, somebody that doesn't know what love is, somebody that doesn't know what common decency and respect is. Somebody believes because they have their trauma and this is what happened to them, then this is how the world looks, and fuck what you say, right? Fuck what you say. And I'm the one with the power now, so it's my way or the highway. You're going to do what I say, right? Because they're excessive with their power. And this could be a parent dealing with a child, or a child even dealing with a parent thinking that now I'm grown, you can't tell me what to do, but they need your help, right? So Batiste. I don't know why that name is coming up. I'm hearing Batiste. Megan Batiste. I don't know what that is in reference to. Yeah, but the moon in reverse. There's an energy of releasing things because the things coming out where you're like putting your shoulders down and be like, okay, it's like having to be honest with yourself. Okay, I actually knew this, although I wasn't ready to accept it. I knew that this person had a nasty attitude based on how they behaved when we went to that restaurant 3 months ago and how they treated that waiter. So if they can treat that waiter like that just for forgetting a napkin, why would I think I'm any different for them to treat me that way? Like, so you're paying attention and recognizing things. And even for my empath, some of you are even recognizing pulling in energy, right? Based on your wounded inner child, like pulling in energy for you, or pulling in energy in relationships, right, that are reflecting back to you wounds that you need to heal from your inner child is also what's happening there, right? So people are going through literally shadow work. There's heavy shadow work happening here right now in this energy, but I promise you, once we get over to Pluto in Aquarius, especially at the top of 2025, or just, that vibration of the number that they're letting us know is 2025, you're going to definitely see a change in the energy, especially once we set, and I want to say, especially in Capricorn season, okay? Capricorn season is going to be very important for this particular energy, okay? And it's... And what I'm hearing is like, this is the initiation or the graduation. When you get to Capricorn energy, it's kind of like, Capricorn is a goat and it climbs up that hill, right? But I feel once you get to Capricorn's energy, Capricorn season, in this energy, you will have a clear understanding of why this energy that you're in now was useful, okay? And by then, I want to say, if you're doing your work now, if you're doing your shadow work now, especially when it comes to things that are abundant to you. And once again, abundance could be money, it could be health, it could be relationship, it could be your inner wholeness, right? It could be creating you a Zen space, whatever that is, whatever abundance is to you. Okay, is what's being offered right now, but you're gonna have to rewrite your story. You're gonna have to write the story past what you're experiencing now. You cannot write the new story holding on to the old things from now. And I can tell you via experience, it may be heartbreaking, okay? I'm talking about relationships that you may have for years, 10, 15 years, 5, 6 years are just being dissolved right now. Jobs that you've had maybe for between 5 to 15, 20 years, you're having to walk away from, right? Just things that you hold dear and maybe even close to your heart, you're finding are dissolving right in front of your eyes. And the funny thing about it is, in this energy, it's kind of like if you're sitting back and observing what's going on, it's like you're not even really having to do anything and things are just crumbling. Right? You're not really having to do anything and it's just crumbling. And let me just give this advice to you, for anyone that can relate to what's happening now, this shift that we're in now, right? You want to pay attention to yourself in this energy. You want to pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. You want to make sure that you get quiet first before you respond. Remember yesterday we talked about discernment, right? And before I went into that conversation, or before I answered that question in that conversation, yesterday was triggered this big blow up. I popped out of discernment for a second because I got triggered by the person's, their tone, their delivery, the condescending way they were speaking to me, right? So I got triggered by that stuff and said something sarcastic, which like if I'm owning my work and doing my shadow work, I really did not have to pass that sarcastic comment, because at the end of the day, the plate that you serve is the plate that you eat from, right? So the energy that you're putting out is an energy that you're going to reap from, okay? Okay, so Miss T is saying, what I'm finding amazing with all that's going on, I'm at peace with it. Yeah, yeah, right? So I was having a conversation with Kelly Kells, and she's been, yeah, so just so you know, for some of you, there's an apology that you may feel is needed because of this overindulgence of power, this power play that this person is having, right? And it could be, and I kind of feel like, just so you know, I feel like whoever this person is that's abusing the power, especially when it comes around to your mental, emotional, or maybe even your physical, material stability, right? Your money, your career, your job, your livelihood, right? I feel like somebody could be in their ears, right? I feel like this is somebody outside of your relationship that they may be speaking to and sharing things with from their own perspective of what your relationship is, right? And they're getting advice from somewhere. So this energy that they're bringing to you is very closed off energy, very guarded energy, or this could be you being closed off or guarded. But just know that you're going to transcend past this, right? If you rewrite your story, if you're moving in discernment, you're going to transcend past all of this, okay? Now, I know that I was going to tell you about me and Kelly Kell. So we had a conversation. And, you know, we were really having a conversation about how, like, checking in with ourselves and how I am feeling right now in real time with this major shift that's happening in my experience, right? And she was giving me some power-up affirmations, and, you know, and I said to her, I said, you know, the interesting thing is that I don't feel what I'm feeling in this energy. I'm feeling like I'm being transcended to a new place, but because of my fixed placement, I understand that although with the Scorpio placements in my chart, I know that I am all about transformation. So this may be painful now. This may suck now. I don't really like change. I like to know. I like to be in control and know how things are going to flow. So when you tell me that you're going to be here at 5, I expect you to be here at 5. Please don't call me at 4:45 and say that we need to change the time to 5:30, because that's going to piss me off, right? So but I know that that's part of my nature. I know that's part of who I am. So because I know that's part of who I am, what I do is I am able to translate to the people in my circle who I am and how I move, so that way it's a cohesive environment for everybody to be safe and to be themselves. So the point I'm trying to make is, whatever you're going through, however difficult it is, however painful it is, right? There is a part to the other side of this. And the other side of this is a new beginning. It is a new beginning, right? You got the Ace of Wands here. It is a new beginning. And Ace of Wands is going to require action. It is going to require work on your part, right? It is going to require you maybe doing something different, you know, or going back and taking the lessons that you missed the last time around and applying them this time around. Because you're dealing with somebody that can be very forceful with how they're communicating to you, very forceful with maybe with what they want to have or what they don't want to have, right? So this is a person I feel like is closed off from unity consciousness. And when I say unity consciousness, I'm talking about they're closed off from their emotional side, and their logical side is not working together. This person is not operating from an emotional space, right? They're operating from a space of, this needs to get done. It needs to get done my way, okay? Because this is how I see it. So I don't really care how you see it. It's my way or the highway, right? But somebody's standing up and saying, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works, right? Somebody's having the strength to say, no, this is not how this works, right? And I am going to voice my opinion. I am going to voice my opinion. I am going to say no more. I'm releasing fear, and I'm going to rewrite this story the way I want the story to be told. Because I feel like somebody's character or somebody's integrity is being attacked, right? And it's being attacked through this third party energy right here, right? And this is just reckless, like the temperance card with the emperor. And I feel like whoever this emperor energy is, and if it's you, you need to stop it if it's you, right? Because I feel like this energy is very smug, you know, just like a very smug energy, like you know, they call it like machismo in the Spanish culture. Um, but I guess in American culture, it would be like paying the cost to be the boss, right? So they feel like they pay the cost to be the boss. So now you got to do what they say. Like you don't have a choice, right? It's this way or no way. This way or no way. Now the Hermit card is in reverse, right? So either somebody's... Okay, let's clarify this. Yeah, you got to rewrite your story. Yeah, because you're about to grow from whatever this experience is. You got to rewrite your story. That's the message. Rewrite your story. Don't allow the past to hold you back from the sweetness that life has to offer you now. Like it's not, abundance is not coming. Abundance is here. But it's going to be based on how you perceive the world. It's going to be based on how you're using your emotions as a navigation system, right? So not using your emotions for your emotions to control you, but using your emotions as a navigation system, and then allowing your mind, right, to rewrite the story the way that you want to see it unfold, right? So if you don't want to argue with somebody, if you don't want somebody to keep on picking at you and hurting you, right? And I feel like you've gotten to your point where you're like, no, enough is enough. Like I've given you enough grace. You think because I'm not saying anything, you think because you the boss, you think because you got the power, you know, that I don't have an opinion, I don't have a voice. I feel like somebody's saying enough is enough, right? And somebody could be having this conversation with themselves about, I want to say, not following through with things for themselves. Like you put other people first, right? Like you don't see yourself in the light that other people see you in. Right? So you put other people first and then you beat up on yourself because you then don't have the energy, right? You don't have the energy, or you don't feel like you have the direction that you need to go in because you're busy nurturing other people. And just, can I tell you something? And a lot of these people that you're nurturing are immature people with a lot of insecurities. Immature people. I feel like you're dealing with immature people that's throwing temper tantrums like they're kids. Okay? Because I feel like this is very grown energy, right? And I even feel for some of you, it could be you having this type of energy with your grown kids. But this feels like grown energy, like somebody, yeah. Somebody feel like they've paid the price to be the boss, or very machismo type energy, my way or the highway, okay? Now, this is father figure energy, but this could also be representative of masculine energy where this person is more logical, not so emotional. They don't really deal or process emotions very well. They're very immature, right? Very immature, this person. But they don't think they're immature, though. You the immature one, right? But they're very immature. But the good thing is that you do have new beginners coming in here with a lot of abundance, okay? The Ace of Wands is saying you got new beginners. You got you got to let go of the past. Let go. Whatever this major shift is asking you to let it go. Don't let the past haunt you, is what I'm hearing. Knowing that you did the best that you could with where you were. Queen of Pentacles, right? So Queen of Pentacles is somebody that's mature, that knows how to handle their business, right? And can do that very, very confidently. Oh. And Queen of Pentacles is paired with the Empress energy, right? This is fruitful energy. This is things growing. So whoever this is, or whatever you're going through, once you release the past stuff, you're going to get to a place where things are just flowing. Okay, especially when it comes to your stability and your money. I feel like energetically, this abundance, this is because this is what the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress is saying. It's like you abundant. Like you just don't see it yet. And you don't see it yet because you're holding on to past things, right? But because you're holding on to past things, you can't see this growth. And I want to say, whoever it is out here, stop waiting for an apology. Like, if that's what's stopping you from moving on, stop waiting for an apology. You know people may be talking about you. And you know this person so well that you can probably create the narrative that they got going. King of Pentacles. Okay, I'm done. I don't even think I need to pull no more cards. Okay, look at this. You got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles upright. You got the power couple right here. I feel like for some of you, you are stepping into an Empress energy. You are birthing something new. But that birthing something new is going to cost you letting go of something old. It's going to cost you letting go of something old. Yep. You do have somebody, see? Yeah, somebody spying on you. Somebody watching you. Right? And I feel like even with this Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles energy, if this is some type of breakup energy where you're separating from somebody, whether it's in partnership, whether it's in business, you know, whether it's in even family members, I feel like with this King and Queen of Pentacles, your stability is going to be straight. Money is going to be straight. Creativity is going to be flowing in, you know. And with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's that knowing energy. So you're going to know where to go, who to ask, who not to ask. But I feel like there's energy coming in to complement you, okay? So if this is a breakup, there's new energy coming in to complement you. Whether it's a breakup, like I said, business, intimacy, romance, right? There's energy here leaving. Somebody is standing up for themselves and walking away because they're dealing with something very immaturely, okay? And the Queen and King of Pentacles, it makes me feel like power couple or power energy, right? This makes me feel like power energy, especially when it comes to do with stability and money and finances, okay? And I'm even hearing legacy, okay? This is power energy. So power energy, we have the King energy, which is representing masculine energy. And we're talking about the King of Pentacles. This is somebody that's about his business. This is somebody that understands what it takes to make things happen. But this is also somebody that's confident within themselves. I really feel like, heavy, like male Capricorn energy here, right? They don't deal in wastefulness. This is somebody that knows how to be useful in things, right? Now, the Queen of Pentacles energy, this is somebody that have learned from the past and is really good with money. And it's about home. It's about taking care of the business. So with the King knowing how to get the business and the Queen knowing how to take care of the business, I feel power couple energy, especially with the Empress energy here showing. Now, this could just be you also, if you're not in a relationship, if this relationship has to do with you and you, right? This energy also could be representing the balance of yourself. Queen energy, feminine energy, coming into your intuition energy of how to make money, right? What gifts to use, where to go, how to apply your energy so money can flow. King of Pentacles, the ideas, right? The action part of getting these things done, okay? So that could also be what it is because you are in the process of birthing something beautiful. But you can't let the ghosts of the past hold you back. And whoever it is that's watching you, because I feel like somebody's watching you because somebody, and whoever's watching you, like you're tapped in now. So you really tapped in and paying attention to your self-worth and expectations, not of other people but of yourself, right? And because once you have expectations of yourself, then you teach other people how to treat you. So I feel like that's where that standing up is coming from. You are going to get past all of this, though. You will, right? You are going to get past all of this if you do the work. If you do the work, okay? Heavy masculine energy. So I feel like the masculine energy, because it's coming through heavy, has to do with your thinking, your mental thoughts, but it also could be whoever you're dealing with this abusive of power. Whoever's abusing their power right now in your experience, okay? And I feel like the lower vibrational end of the masculine energy could be somebody very prideful and full of ego. Or maybe this is you. Maybe this is you being prideful and full of ego, so you're not allowing the transformation that needs to come in, the growth that needs to come in. You're not allowing it, right? And I can understand why you're not allowing it, because you may be stuck in stuff from the past. But Spirit is saying, no, it's time to use alchemy, mental and emotional and spiritual alchemy. Okay? And some of you, it could be physical alchemy also. Changing the furniture around in your room, you know? Buying a pair of new bed sheets, reorganizing your living room, like doing something to just change the frequency and shift the frequency of your energy is something that I think you can do right now in this energy. It is time for you to let go of something that's not going to fit in this new timeline. It is time for you to let go of whatever that is that's not going to fit in this new timeline. Okay? Let's see. Oh, hey, Miss Lifestyle, or is that, I don't know, like, y'all know I be butchering people's names, so please forgive me. Light Within Darkness, Miss T. Okay, so, I don't know if you guys have any questions. If not, we should be back at the park tomorrow, right? I am going to do a video probably along the same lines of writing your story and going into that a little bit more on the astrological level on the new channel, the Multi-Metaverse Oracle, all right? And I think that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm about to go get my walk in. I need to reconnect. I need to ground myself. Is anybody else feeling the energy like you just want to, I feel like I just want to take a nap. Right. I feel like I just want to take a nap. You are welcome, Miss T. I feel like I want to take a nap. I feel tired, energetically, mentally, emotionally. I just feel tired, y'all. But I'm doing the work. I am doing the work, though. Okay? So, my loves, you're about to lay down? Yeah, I know, Miss T. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. It feels really good to be back. It feels really good to be back. Really, really good to be back. Because jumping on here with you guys and just tapping into the energy and helping you guys is actually helping me tremendously right now. Because I am also going through some shadow work energy where I am walking through transformation in real time right now. And it is not easy. It sucks. It hurts. And you know it's necessary. That's the interesting thing. Like, you know it's necessary. So you can't be mad because you know this needs to happen, right? You know that you need to do this to get over here. And you're grateful for the experience. You're grateful for the experience, right? Well, I'm grateful for the experience, right? But I don't always like change without me knowing the plan. And I feel like, I don't know the plan, So the free fall and the trust with my archetype, oh my gosh. It's kind of like, Let me know what the plan is, because you may want to take reading, but I may not want to take reading. Maybe there's more traffic, let's take Panola instead of reading because there's less traffic. So I am learning in this energy to free fall with the universe and not dictate to the universe how to allow this to unfold in my experience. Being honest with myself and giving thanks even for the painful part of this journey, right? And when you can see your beauty in pain, when you can find your lesson in the pain, that's when you know you're getting to the other side, right? When you've gotten to a place where you've accepted that this is what it is, when you've gotten to a place where you can actually forgive, not just the other person, but I want to say forgive yourself, right? Because a lot of times we go through this thing where we go through an experience and we may know better, like you know better, you know better, right? And you go through this experience because you know better, and you think that by the end of this experience, you know that you're going to learn some stuff. You let stuff go in this experience. Yep. And moving through the timelines, you're exhausted. Yep. So you're moving through this experience that you know better from, right? Like you know better. But there's just something about this experience that you still need to experience to be able to get the lesson that you need for this right here, right now, right? So whatever lessons you may have to go through, and I think I told you guys, I heard like from 2012 and 2018 was also 2017 and 2018 were also important years in this transition, right? Whatever happens within those transitional years, okay, and especially everything that unfolded after 2021 up until now is coming full circle, right? Is really coming full circle. So you may have thought that you know better, like I know better, right? But you know better, but there was something still within that experience that was there to teach you something. So this is how I am looking at life right now, okay? This part hurts and it sucks and it sucks and it sucks and it hurts. But I can see the beauty in it still because I understand that this is the lesson and this is the takeaway from what this experience meant, right? And although it did not necessarily play out the way that I thought it should, I manifested this experience into my experience to learn this lesson. So I'm going to give it gratitude, right? I'm going to be mindful not to be stinky and triggered, okay? But also give myself the grace if I feel like I am stinky and triggered because I'm poked, okay? So still giving yourself the grace that you will give to other people, right? But also being mindful that if it wasn't for this experience right here, right now, in this moment, or if it wasn't for the years of having to be in this person's life, right? I would not have learned this particular thing that I need right now to take me into this, right? So do not allow the ghosts from the past. And when I really talk about ghosts from the past, I'm talking about triggers. Triggers of not feeling love, triggers of not being worthy, triggers of not being successful, triggers of being a people pleaser, triggers of always having to be the one to get all the attention. Like whatever it is that's being reflected back to you right now, you need to own your shit, first of all. But you also need to know by owning your shit, you know what's not yours. By owning your shit, you can then begin to release the ghosts of the past, right? Because you're no longer fragmented in that aspect of yourself. You know what's not yours, or you know what's yours, right? So once you own your stuff, nobody can really hold you hostage energetically if you were owning and ebbing and flowing in your own energy, right? If you're trying to get validation outside of your own energy, if you're trying to get validation outside of yourself, now that becomes a different story, right? Because then everything is going to be dictated based on how other people see you, view you, want you to show up for them and even want you to show up for yourself. Okay? So just be mindful of that. So Spirit is saying you want to go ahead and rewrite your story with the universe, okay? But don't allow the past to hold you back. Forgive and release, let go, right? There is abundance, but you got to make sure you don't hold on to the past because there's sweetness over here, okay? All right, my loves, I appreciate you guys. I am going to see you guys tomorrow. I think we should be at the park tomorrow. I am going to go hiking a little later, so I needed to be able to get this message out to you guys today. I appreciate and I love each and every one of you. You know the deal. You want to go ahead and do something kind for yourself because you should. Love yourself because you should. Give yourself the grace because you absolutely should. Pay attention to the energy and how it's guiding you for you to move, you know, because you should. And then be kind to somebody else, not so much because they deserve it, because you can, right? All right, love you. I'm going to see you guys in tomorrow's energetic check-in. Bye, my loves.